Hello everyone, it's Niven, and welcome to episode 9 of Behind the Scenes of Development, weekly series where I talk about my games. I show you behind the scenes of the game engine, what assets did I use, what resources I had, and so on. All the episodes are available on YouTube. I have created a playlist if you are interested and want to check them out. Today's episode, we'll be talking about Beneath the Shadow, recent game project which I made a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, let's just jump into it. Beneath the Shadow. It's a short horror game, nothing fancy. I have made this game in a week, probably week in some days. This was not a project which I intended to make from the start, meaning that I did not plan to make this. Probably there was a movie which kind of motivated me to make this game. Yeah, and I just saw the opportunity, found the assets, and made the game. It was quite an alright game, especially after the enclosure, which was a huge success. And in this particular game, we are exploring a cave. We are a paranormal investigator, and we find some mysterious things going on, so we have to explore. Now let's go to the behind the scenes and the folder. And here is a folder for the Beneath the Shadow game. Now, originally the game was actually called The Abysmal Cavern, but I decided not to go with that because someone else used the same title, and I just didn't want to have that issue on the game, and yeah, I decided to choose the Beneath the Shadow. These are all the folders. As you know, I like to be organized and put everything under one roof. The text logs, the multiple assets, the textures, and things like that. I haven't said that before, I think, but I primarily use PowerPoint to make up the text prompts, to add some textures, because it's much easier. I know there are many fancy tools and many free programs which I can use, but I just like to spend more time on the game engine itself and more on the story rather than having time to learn the programs and to prolong the publishing of the game. So that's why I just use simple tools, nothing fancy. And as you can see, there are multiple text prompts. As you can see, there is right here the Abysmal Cavern sign. Then I decided to change it to Beneath the Shadow. So yeah, that was basically it. We have all the assets here. The one thing that is very different with this game than the other games is that I have actually used an asset which I purchased. So this game actually had a budget. A friend of mine actually said that, why won't you make the game using, not free assets? And they gave me money. I said, no, just don't do it. And they said, all right, well, I will buy an asset and you can use it in your game. I said, all right, thank you very much. And I used a Flash asset, and it was kind of very fun. Now, I usually do games for free, and I make games by using free assets. Now those assets are of course credited in the game, or maybe I create a folder where I credit all the people who are involved, all the artists who are involved with the assets. And in this particular game, I use an asset which was not free, and I was actually really surprised with the ending, the results, and it was quite nice. Now let's go to the main file, and here we are in the game. Now, as you can see, I have all the things set up. This is the menu, as you can see. Here we have a camera, which is pointed directly at the wall. Here we have the main title screen, the play button, the exit button, and as always, the copyright button, just in case someone wants to steal the game or use it for personal purposes, which I do not allow. Now let's go to the scenes graph. You can see we have just one basic scene, which is Act 1, and this is the entire cave. I made this in one single take. This is cave. To be honest, I found the cave assets, which is right here. This is the cave asset. Hold on, I will just remove this. This is the overlay camera effect, and let's put a light in here. And as you can see, hold on. As you can see, there is just one single cave. So this is a cave. This is one single asset which I used, and I duplicated it, and I made this huge hot mess. Now you can see those cubes. Now what those cubes are is I used Blender, and what I did is I put this cave inside of a cube, and I made it a bevel cut using Blender. I made a bevel cut, and that's how this thing came to exist. And as you can see, these are just holes inside of a cube, and it gives a perception of being a cave. We have a starting point, which is right here where the player starts. Right here, it's the rope which descends, and then you go all through here. I will also show you the monster. Hold on. Let's delete this light right here, and we will see the monster. The monster is right here. Monster. Where it is? Oh, here it is. Look at this. Look at this cute thing. This is the monster. This was not designed by me. This is designed by a different artist, and I made a couple of changes, like this stomach. It wasn't like this. I used Blender to have, have it like inside. So this is basically it. Then I have made some adjustments so it would look more PSX. Now you can see here, but I should have, I just unchecked bilinear filter. Why am I saying that wrong? Linear or bilinear. Anyways, and the creature looks a bit of, scary, not too much PSX, but it needs to have that vibe. And that's it. I used some creepy cobwebs right here. This is where I used the rocks, which was an asset, like multiple rocks right here. And this was basically it. Now here we also have the scene. Where is it? Yeah, this is the scene where I see the person right here. And oh, look at that. We have another monster, which is right here. Now, people don't expect things like that in the game, but we actually have two monsters in the game. I'm joking. That's the one monster. Why am I saying this wrong? Damn it. This is the one monster, and when it is activated in the game, when the player sees this monster, then it disappears. And this monster right here stays the same, and it's just, munching on this piece of meat. Now, this is the asset which I brought, which is very amazing. Thank you so much for the artist. And that's it. Some candles. And we have to go escape this cave. Basically, that was it for the game. Then we have the ending right here, which is just a screen and, the broken camera. And then we have the credits. So that was basically it. And that was it for episode 9, Beneath the Shadow. I hope you enjoyed the game. I just want to say that I make these videos and I try to explain what games did I make and how were they made. I do not specifically make the video to showcase the tutorial of how exactly the game is made and what type of controls, what type of scripts I use. So if you want that, you can leave comment in the description. Maybe I can make a video on one of those. And overall, the game is available in itch.io if you want to download. It's free. And I hope the video helps you to have that sense of making a game on your own. It's not hard, although it's not easy, but you can make whatever you want. And thanks everyone else for watching. Thanks for amazing support. Thanks everyone for watching once again, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.